So, lagbots are plaguing our servers, huh? Well, no worries. There's alternatives to casual, and I'm gonna give you at least 5 of them, plus how to find them. So, let's get started. And number 5 is going to be orange, and the many variants of it. There's regular orange, which is just with crits and nothing special. There's also times 10, there's times 50, there's times 100 if you really want to get wacky. And there's even randomizer on this, so if you just look for orange in the server browser, you can find yourself many variants of this map with many game modes combined. A very big portion of most mods can be played on here. I've even played some randomizer and all that stuff on it, and it's a pretty solid pick for a map even. There's even orange tower if you're really into that, like, and have yourselves a little dance party up there. Or you could just walk up there. I don't really know why you would do that, since that would take forever, but you never know nowadays what people are into. Maybe you need a good walking simulator. Hell, it's gonna keep you busy for a while at least. That's over 50 floors, yo. For number 4, we have randomizer. Now, there's almost no limit to the amount of combinations you can get. You can be a sticky jumping pyro with a minigun if you are lucky. You can get a vaccinator and a syringe gun if you're unlucky. Even though the syringe gun is pretty freaking crazy, I gotta say. This is one hell of a weapon in randomizer, especially if it's times 10ified, which this server just so happens to be. You can get a shotgun as a spy, which is definitely not my favorite. You can get a sniper rifle with a sticky bomb launcher, so you can, anti-camp by setting up your own defenses. There is so many combinations with this that, in all honesty, you can almost never run out. There's probably a lot of hours you can spend playing this. And judging by the amount of servers running this mod and the many variants of it, this game mode has a lot of servers to go about. For number 3, we're going to have versus Saxton Hill or Freak Fortress. Freak Fortress has a lot of bosses which are usually in pop culture, like Thanos or Freddy, Gaben, which is one of my favorites. There are so many bosses in Freak Fortress, but if you just want to have some vanilla, sometimes you just want to go vanilla versus Hale himself. Well, there's servers for that and there's servers for Freak Fortress. I personally prefer the wackiness of times 10 versus Hale, which allows you to do some really fun stuff. Whether as a Freak Fortress boss, or as a market gardening the boss for 1/10 of its health, or backstabbing for 1/10 of its health, setting sticky traps that are all crit, which just pretty much nuke his health away. There are so many things you can fight the boss with. And if you don't want to be Hale, there are commands for that, where you can skip yourself being the boss, rather than killing when the round starts, because that just ruins the fun for everyone. It kills the flow. But versus Hale, even after all these years, as much as it's memed to death that it's bad, is still one of my favorite modes. And if you get good at it, and have some friends, it's one of the best times you can have in this game. For number 2, we're gonna go with WarioWare. This is a game mode that is guaranteed to get your heart beat up with all of the speed, the mini games, the fast thinking you gotta do, the chaos, the absolute carnage that this game mode can install into you. The amount of players that I've encountered that just go absolutely apeshit when playing this game mode, myself included, I also go crazy, is staggering. It is such a fun game mode. It keeps you on your toes constantly. You can play this for, it's at least what I do, 2 to 3 rounds, and then you move on to maybe number 1 or another one on this list, but this is a hell of a time to play, especially with friends. And if you don't have them, then you're gonna be like me and just stand on this server, just kinda doing the games on your own and always winning. I mean, it's a living. And for number 1, we're going to have Man vs. Machine. This is Valve's underrated game mode, which I still think is the best game mode that they ever brought out. Now, we have Memes vs. Machines recently, which I also did a video on. As long as Memes vs. Machines is available, I definitely recommend to at least try it once, because it is so much fun. It's so much chaos. It is so great. But if you want to get some loot, just play some regular old MVM, or if you want to practice or be bored, play Wave 666. There's so many things to do in MVM as well. There's community-made maps. There's a lot. There's a lot to go around here, and it'll keep you busy for hours. One tour usually takes me up to 3 to 4 hours if people aren't really fast with readying up. And hell, it's a good way to kill time. If you're really looking for a good alternative that's still by official Valve servers, go for this. MVM is a good time. It's a lot of fun. If you bring a full group of friends, you can even mess around and do some weird-ass loadouts which otherwise would never work in MVM because you would get kicked if you're low on tours. Or rack yourself some tours and maybe get yourself your hands on those sweet, sweet Australians. I've only gotten one and I've done over 100 tours, so if you're looking for a rough estimation, there you go. But if it's going to be your first tour, you have an increased chance of actually getting an Aussie drop, so if you've never done a tour, do one and see if you're lucky. But other than that, there are some runner-ups, of course. There's things like the Minecraft trade server, there's Slender Fortress if you're into it. You could just look into the community server for the map that you want to play. You just type in map PL_upward, and then you find a server that's running upward, and then you can play it there. But as for casual, with the lagbots going on, hell, I wouldn't recommend it. And if you're seeing this in the nearby future where the lagbots have been taken care of, well, here's some alternatives if you're really bored of casual, or whatever it is in the future that you people play. Hell, I'm not a scientist. I can see into your brainlet or how far the game has gotten up to this point. But in any case, this has been a simple little top 5 that I've made in a retro style that you used to find on YouTube, because I really miss those videos. The simplicity, the fun. Well, that's it for this video. I'll see you all next time, and have fun out there, and hopefully this coronavirus, which is also relevant right now, is going to be over soon as well, because I am sick of sitting indoors. See you all next time. Bye.
Super sexy fan art.